So guys, in this video we are going to do this room from TryHackme, that is startup. I have already on this machine. I have already powered up, and I also did the nmap scan. You can see PN SV version scanning and the IP address, and we have the 3 ports open, that is 21 FTP, 22 SSH, and 80 web server. So first let's see the web server, whether it contains any important information or not. So meanwhile, let's use this script called ftp anon.nsc, that is to check whether anonymous login for the FTP is allowed or not. So you can also locate NSCs, and then you can search for this ftp anon.nsc. So it's saying no spies here. So it's saying anonymous FTP login allowed. So let's try this FTP login. Type in anonymous and anonymous. You can see login has been successful. Say ls. You can see some text file and image file. Okay, now let's do this directory busting using the go buster. So okay, let's get these files using the get command. Get notice.txt. So when whoever is reading this damn Among Us memes in it's not funny. People downloading comment. You think you're a joke? No, I don't know who it is, but my is looking pretty sus. So okay, we don't have much information about this, and you can see there is a files directory. So you can see this directory is same as the FTP directory. So you can see the same folder FTP and those two files, and also you can see the permissions of this FTP directory, and others can read, write, execute. So we can go into the directory and we can create the files. So let's say cd ftp, and let's say ls. So there are no files in there. Now we can upload our any file, or we can also upload the reverse shell, and we can execute this using the browser. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's locate for php reverse shell. So this one, let's copy this. Okay, so let's say upload. I think so, upload. Okay, I think it's put command. Sorry for that. Yes, it's put command. Now refresh this page and go into this FTP folder. Now we got the php reversal.php. okay, I forgot to edit the L host and the L port for this file. Let's nano. So let's change it to our IP address and the port. So this is the turn 0 adapter. Let's copy this and paste it in here, and let me I think 1234 is fine. So let's save this, and we need to delete this again. Let's remove this one. So let's go into this FTP folder, and we have the PHP file. Before that, we can start our listener. So we are listening on 1234, and let's go ahead and open a new tab. Now you can see we have got the shell. Now what they have been asking is what is the secrets soup recipe. We did not find that now. What are the user contents are the user.txt. So if you say so let's get a tdy shell. So there is one user that is Reni user. So let's go into that user directory. So we can also just so we are not allowed to open the Reni directory. Okay, let's go to cd root directory and say ls. So there is one important folder or interesting folder, that is incidents. So let's go into that. Let's say ls, and we have got this some suspicious pcap file, and we need to download this pcap file. So let's say nc minus so whenever there is a connection, we output that whole content to test.pcapng. So okay, let's hit enter, and let's say nc minus v, and specify this IP address of Kali Linux machine. And the port 1244, and take the input as suspicious.pcap. Okay, we have got the file, that is pcapng file. So we can check up the strings against that. So you can also open that in Wireshark and examine what the user is doing. So you can see it's like a history of commands. Someone has been typed like this. So you can see here the user Reni is trying to logging into his account. So he has asked for the permission, that is he want to switch to the root user or for that bash shell. So he have typed the password for www data, and he have typed this password. So and it's saying let's copy this, and it's saying sorry, try again. That means this password may be the password for the Reni user, and you can also recall that the SSH port is open. That means we can think that Reni user is trying to log in into SSH, and he wrongly entered the www data user. Okay, now let's go ahead and SSH into the Reni user with our password. type yes, and now paste the password, hit enter. Now you can say who am I. Now it's running. Let's say ls, and we have got the user.txt, and we have got some documents, and we have got the 3 text files, and what they have asking is secret spicy soup recipe. It's a cat. So Cyberpunk 2077, he probably want to buy the game. So in this also there is no important information. So we have got no information from this. So okay, let's go into the back directory, and let's go into the scripts folder. And we have got this 2 files. One is the shell script file and is the text file. So let's see content of this text file first. Okay, this is an empty file. Let's see the planner.sh. Okay, echo $rist. So rist is some shell variable, and it's outputting the output into this home line script startup rist.txt. Okay, this rist is empty, so we need to create the rist $rist variable, and then it will output to this text file, and this script is calling hcprint.sh. Okay, maybe this script is running as a root user. Let's see ls -l. So we can edit. So no, we cannot edit this because it's right. There are no write permissions for our user. So let's see the permissions of this hcprint.sh. So we have other write permissions. So first let's see the contents of this, and it's just outputting echo done. So maybe we can write our reversal code here, and then this planner.sh. Upon running this planner.sh, it will in turn run this print.sh, which will execute a reversal for us. So let's we don't need this shell now. So nc -vrp 1233, let's say 1233 port, and let me go to this bash reversal. So let's copy this and paste it in here, and we need to change the port number, which is 1233, and also the IP address to our Kali Linux machine. So let's copy all this content and let's edit this print.sh. Okay, we can also say echo, and so let me write it in a new line, and then I can say bin bash, execute this command, I think this is the correct one. We can just copy all this copy and echo, paste it in here, and let's say hc print.sh. Okay, we can check the contents now. Okay, now let's run this planner.sh. Now connection from unknown, let's say who am I. Still we are any, so let's close this. I think we need to change some content. Let's copy. So instead of we can remove this one, bin bash. Okay, now this works. Sorry. Okay, let's execute this again. We are doing something wrong in this. Maybe we need to run this as a root user. Okay, we got the root shell. Maybe after closing the script, maybe our script has been run. So we got the root shell. We can say who am I. So root ls, you can say cat root.txt file. So sometimes your shell maybe execute some directory, so no need to worry about that. So we have successfully got the root shell, and we have got the root.txt file. So that is the final answer they are asking. So what is the secret spicy soup recipe? Maybe I have missed that one. Let's see the hint. So it may be some file, so you can figure that out easily. So the main thing is to get in the root of this box. So in this we have learned that whenever there is a FTP server and a HTTP server, we need to make sure that both does not point to the same directory, and even if they point, we need to put the proper file permissions or folder permissions for that FTP server. You can see anonymous login has allowed, and then we can write to the directory that is directly exposed to the web server. So in that case it leads to severe vulnerability.